Did you know that we, as human beings with a human brain, have absolutely no say in whether or not we get programmed? But when we have this awareness, what we can do is decide who and what we allow to program us. Because usually this is by default, otherwise. The media, society, our culture, parents and family, other authority figures. But when we have this awareness, we can program ourselves. So, welcome to this 9th episode and more to come monthly in a series I'm calling Positive Programming for Cancer, where you will hear real life, true inspirational stories where cancer patients healed themselves against the odds and or without conventional treatment. What did they do? What is so special about them? In some cases, it's clear, in others, not so much. Either way, the more your brain hears more of these positive success stories, the more you will come to believe and know that it is possible for you too. That's just how it works. My name is Dr. Lisa Matejka, naturopathic physician, energy worker, transformational life coach, and I help open-minded women with cancer heal themselves on a deeper level with my innovative programs and compassionate guidance, without all that confusion and overwhelm. And today, meet Catherine, a citizen of Switzerland, wife, mother, friend, manager of hundreds. She was in her 30s when she was diagnosed with cancer. At that time, she thought being insanely busy was just normal and that putting herself last was just normal. She was extremely overwhelmed, stressed, tired, burnt out, and in physical pain. And little did she know that what started as a routine checkup would leave her diagnosed with 2 malignant tumors. And she quotes, "Little did I know the reward and recognition I expected from being all the things would lose out to something bigger, something I couldn't control. Cancer." By the way, this is very common. There was even a study on it. Very common for women who have had breast cancer. It turns out they are the type of people that are everything to everyone but themselves. The martyr pattern, the people pleasers. What's super cool about her story is that even with all the questions that flooded her mind, the typical questions, why me? What's going to happen? Am I going to survive this? What am I going to do? How is this going to change everything in my life? A more subtle voice said, what can I learn from this? What if this isn't the enemy that I think it is? Deep down, she knew she had done this to herself, staying in unhealthy jobs, relationships, always putting herself last, and ignoring her body's warning signals. After seeking out coaches, doctors, therapists, associations, and discovering what she now calls the 5 pillars of health, she not only healed herself of cancer, she transformed her life. She actually says that cancer is her best friend and the best thing that ever happened to her, for it gave her her purpose of now helping others. It took her years, by the way. Persistence oftentimes is key, but she did it. And you can find out more about what she offers at onlinecancercoach.com. No, I have no affiliations with her. In fact, I never actually spoke with her. So I can't 100% vouch, but judging from her website, she seems very lovely, heart-centered, and knowledgeable. And there's definitely not enough people in the world to help all the cancer patients that need our help. So what exactly is it that helped her heal herself? So these success stories are great because regardless, you are programming your mind with possibility thinking, with possibilities and these success stories. But it's also nice to know what they did too, to know what works, right? Of course, everybody's different. So before I knew what her 5 pillars of health were, judging from my own experience, I surmise a big part of what helped her was this internal shift she had. You could call it mindset, energetics, this notion that she was going to find the gold. She was going to extract the gold from this experience. She was not going to be a victim. She was going to turn it around and pull something good from it. That really is a big deal. Also, she didn't just, you know, follow along and leave herself to her doctor's fate. She took it upon herself, took it matters into her own hands, and was empowered to seek out these other therapies and then choose what resonated with her. So, what were her 5 pillars? I'll tell you them real quickly. Managing stress, stress management techniques. Fueling your body properly, that includes not just diet, but also cleansing. Putting yourself first. Remember what I said about breast cancer patients and the people pleasing and the martyr pattern? It's true. She has a whole section for it. Boundaries and self-love and whatnot. Putting yourself first. And then the fourth one is release your emotions, letting go, healing, emotional stuff. Oh my gosh. If you know me, I talk about this a lot. I talk about all these things a lot. And number 5, crafting a winning mindset. Mindset really is everything. So as you can see, if you know me, there's many overlaps with what she done, her 5 pillars, not only with the stuff I talk about, but also with Kelly A. Turner's research on the 10 common healing factors among cancer survivors who beat the odds. So I'm talking 10 years plus of data on cancer patients who had spontaneous remissions. These have been studied, and Kelly A. Turner came up with the 10 common factors that they all had in common. And again, if you've been listening to me, you know that I offer this free guide. So just go to the description box or the bio, depending on what you're listening on. Go to the description box and click the link for Get My Free Guide or something like that. And you can find out what all these are. There's many overlaps, and that's because that's the shit that works. So I highly suggest you read that and share with anyone else you know that may be going through with cancer. And until next time, it's been a pleasure. Thank you.